Happy Saturday morning, and we have another book, Jamaica's Blue Marker. Jamaica is her name. And this is written by JuanitaHavill, illustrations by Anne Sibley O'Brien. Talking about friendship and sharing here. I just had a neighbor who just shared some great wisdom and helped me with my gardening. So help others, share. It's a blue marker, paper, and let's delve in. Jamaica closed her eyes and thought about her picture. Mrs. Worth always said to think first, then draw. Whatever you do, contemplate. Take some time, think, and then do what you need to do. Jamaica opened her eyes and drew a tree on her big sheet of paper. Then she drew leaves falling off the tree and colored them yellow. But because of the season we're in now, you could color them green because we don't want to rush fall yet, even though I'm looking at yellow grass because of the drought. But just use all the crayons or markers you have. Jamaica, Ms. Worth said, could you please share your markers with Russell? He doesn't have any. He never has anything he needs. Uh-oh, that's what Jamaica was thinking. Don't be mean, Jamaica. Like I said, it's good to share. Well, Jamaica still said okay, even though she didn't want to share her markers with him. See, it's important to share information, share knowledge, share inspiration, share joy. Russell brought his paper to Jamaica's table. He sat down beside her and grabbed the blue marker. Jamaica picked up her brown and orange markers to finish the picture. She didn't pay any attention to Russell. After a while, she peeked at his paper. Russell was making squiggly circles all over his page. We're supposed to draw a fall picture, Russell, Jamaica said. Who says, Mrs. Worth? Don't you ever listen? I don't have to. Russell reached out with the blue markers and made a streak across Jamaica's picture. Russell, stop. But Russell scribbled all over Jamaica's yellow leaf tree. Maybe he wants green, but you know, Russell, you need to color your own picture. All right. Mrs. Worth, Jamaica cried. Mrs. Worth, Jamaica cried. Russell wrecked my picture. Mrs. Worth hurried over to their table. Russell, did you do this? She held up Jamaica's picture. Mrs. Worth couldn't get Russell to say, I'm sorry. He had to go sit alone and work spelling until art was over. Oh, so was that like a punishment? And we wonder why there are so many Russells out here. Something's going on with Russell. How many times this happens? The scribbling, some internal angst. In a way, I do agree with our mayor. Yeah, there's a need for counselors to delve deep. What is going on with those who take other people's papers and other people's items and destroy them? What's up with this misery going on? Look what Russell did, Jamaica showed her father and brother when she got home. I tried, but I couldn't make another one as good as this. When she looked at the ugly blue squiggles, she had to swallow hard not to cry. Russell is a mean brat. Did you tell Mrs. Worth what happened? Her father asked. Jamaica nodded. Russell can't use my markers again. I shared with him because he didn't have any. He never has what he's supposed to have. But that's no reason to be mean. No, her father said. Russell shouldn't have messed up your picture. Good job, Dad. Supporting his daughter. The next time they had art, Jamaica was glad Russell didn't sit at her table. Then he couldn't bother her, and she didn't have to share her markers with him either. But at recess, Russell threw sand at her and chased 2 second-grade boys and girls. So he had to go to the office. Okay, Russell. Really? Before he came back, Mrs. Worth said, I would like to tell you something. Can you keep a secret? Yes, Jamaica shouted with her classmates. We are going to have a going-away party for Russell on Friday. His father has a new job in another town. You think he was acting out? Feeling sad? They would be moving over the weekend. I thought you might like to make cards to say goodbye. Then Russell will have something to remember us by. Yeah, that's hard for a little second grader. Look at Jamaica's face. Mrs. Worth passed out paper. Then she showed everyone how to fold the paper into a card. Jamaica didn't want to make a card for Russell. She was glad he was moving. Ooh! Then he wouldn't bother her anymore. She put the paper in her desk. At supper, Jamaica said, I like living here. I like my house and my room and the tree in the front yard. I like my school too. I'm glad you do, her mother said. I wouldn't like to move. Who said anything about moving? Ossie asked. Russell is moving, Jamaica said. Lucky you, he won't mess up your pictures anymore, Ossie said. I wonder how Russell feels about moving, Dad said. Very good. Ooh, that's an insightful daddy. Come on. He might be upset. Has he talked about it? Russell doesn't say anything. He just gets in trouble, Jamaica said. Like I said, uncover those onions. Yeah, there's some layers of hurt. Good job. Russell didn't come to the classroom on Friday morning. He was with his mother in the office. Jamaica looked at his empty desk. Next week, Russell would be gone. He wouldn't be at his desk ever again. She decided to make a card for Russell. She got out the blank card and her markers too. But just then, Mrs. Worth asked, who are my helpers this week? Jamaica raised her hand. Jamaica, could you collect the cards and put them in Russell's desk? Brianna and Thomas, I'd like for you to clear the activity table for the plates and cups. Jamaica went from desk to desk to pick up the cards. She put the whole stack in Russell's desk. As she closed his desk, Russell came in with his mother. Oh, nice. The party started. They played games for a while and ate cake. Russell opened his desk and took out all the cards. Look, Mom, everybody made a card for me. It feels good to be accepted and appreciated. Not everybody, Jamaica thought. She took the blue marker out of her marker bag. Then she ran up to Russell. This is for you, Russell. She handed him the marker. You can use it at your new school. Beautiful. It's good to share. And look at the smile. Wow. That's what people need. These folks who are carjacking and just acting foolish out here. My goodness, I bet you if you uncover the onions and peel those layers back, you will see that they have experienced some rejection and some bullying and some hatred early on. That's why we have to try to rewind and help them as much as possible. But you might need it, he said. You like to draw. You draw the best pictures in the class. What if you have to color the sky? Someone will share with me. Thanks, he said. You're lucky. You get to stay here. Now Jamaica knew how Russell felt about moving. I wish you didn't have to move, she said. It's hard. When Jamaica waved goodbye to Russell, she noticed that his mother was carrying his goodbye cards. Beautiful. Russell held up the blue marker and waved it at her as if he'd won a prize. Beautiful. Goodbye, Russell. I'll miss you, Jamaica said. And she meant it. Love. I'm telling you, all this craziness out here is because of rejected souls. Woo. This was good. So share with folks. You never know what they're going through, the trauma, the hurt that is in their heart, buried deep within. Let's be like Jamaica. Let's share. And sometimes it's justified. We can pay back, but it never really helps. Let's be compassionate and let's make beautiful pictures with our actions. And we'll see much better scenes out here. Good day.